I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4 Meet the Merchant. Today, Meet the Merchant is a tried and true eatery on Southwest Highway and near Route 83, the intersection. And I have to be upfront. I have to fully disclose, yes, I've eaten here, and yes, the food was excellent. I definitely want to encourage you to check it out. But we're very fortunate today. We get to talk to owner Jose Mendes and chef also, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been chef for 20 years. Here in Illinois and in Texas, I picked up a lot of experience in Texas, and that's the mentality that I bring here to this area at the moment.
Thank you for bringing your expertise here. How about, and let's talk about 20 years as a chef in this area, it sounds like, right? What I wanted you to ask about is, how did you get started in this location? How did you decide to open this? Because I think we're in about your 1-year anniversary for you specifically, right?
Well, I was hired as executive chef manager for the previous owners, and then I took over once they decided that it was not their, their business that they wanted to pursue. So I took over, being that I was already here, putting the day-to-day, all the ideas on the menu, pretty much, everything on the menu. So that moved on for me to take over the place without, hassle. So that's how I ended up the owner and chef now.
Congratulations. How about, so you're tried and true eatery, I guess also considered like a scratch kitchen. Can you explain what a scratch kitchen means and what that means about the type of food you prepare and serve here?
So scratch kitchen means we try to do everything as fresh as possible. We make our own sauces, dressings, soups. We make our own fries, we grind our own meat, we smoke our own meats. So everything that has a natural process, we try to do it as much as we can. There are certain things that we can't really, if you don't have the manpower or the time, you source, but you get natural products that are also considered homemade. So that's the whole idea behind the scratch kitchen.
Okay, thank you. That's a great lead-in, because I want to ask about the homemade part. So if you could talk a little bit about like the foods or the flavors, the things that you do that are unique. You have a very diverse, very wide menu. Can you talk about some of those foods and flavors that make them unique to what you do?
Absolutely. I try to combine flavors, something that's spicy, sweet, savory. Like for example, my rib tips. The flavor that I get with the smoke. Plus, I add pecans, smoked pecans. These are like peppers from Johannesburg, south region of Africa, and that's where it has the name Johannesburg rib tips. Also, like my tacos, it's not your everyday taco that you find everywhere else. The run-of-the-mill taco. Mine has flavors. It has layers of different ingredients, and that's why I try to tell people that it's a fusion taco, fusion sandwich, little ideas here and there, stuff that I do to make it give it an elevated taste, you would say.
You're actually, as you're talking, you're making me hungry. Thank you for that. But you started to touch on the kind of variety in your food, and when I was here, I had a tomato bisque soup. I think I had an incredible salad that had greens, but had strawberries, candy pecans, and goat cheese. Excellent. Can you talk a little bit about that variety, of, like some of the other things you serve? Because it's really the sandwich I had. I think I had the Cubano. Yeah.
Cubano. We source our own bread. It's made especially for us. The pork belly, the pulled pork that's on there, the different mustards that's on there, it just makes it a unique sandwich, something that you're not going to find, I would say, nowhere here in the South Side. The salads, we try to, create different combinations of flavors, like I said before. Pecans, fresh strawberries, fresh greens. Dressings are unique to this place, stuff that I came up with that you're not going to find, like I said, anywhere else. And there's a lot of options, for everybody. And you could bring anybody, and somebody's gonna choose something from the menu, because there's so many items that you could bring kids, you bring your wife, bring your mom, whoever, and somebody's gonna choose something from the menu. I could assure that.
I have to say, everybody's going to find something, from the variety of sandwiches to you have burgers and fries, but you have soups. I think you have a different soup every day, is that, or about?
There's 3 staple soups that we have, our chili, our homemade chicken tortilla, our homemade tomato bisque. And then recently I started rotating a daily soup, which for me, I love soup. So when you can find something different once in a while on the menu, it just makes it even more greater, to have that option.
All right, you ready? Here's the pressure question. Well, I'll give you the easier pressure question. What seems to be the favorites of people who come in? And then I'm going to ask you maybe the more difficult one, what's your personal favorite? And I imagine you could probably say almost all the items on the menu, but a fan favorite first, customer favorite first.
I would say the Cubano. When it comes to burgers, the black and blue burger. Our unique sandwiches, the brisket grilled cheese, that's something different. That's something that a lot of people, it doesn't sound that exciting, but once you try it, it's really, really something else. I would say my favorite is bowl. You definitely any kind of bowl that has rice and different vegetables. It's a meal that doesn't weigh you down. It makes you feel good, gives you energy. And that's something that I like to do, especially now that I'm getting a little older, and you got to watch out not eat burgers every day.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm at that point. Yeah, you got to eat. You got to be a little more careful. Maybe a little bit healthier too. All right. And then my final question for you is, so you've been in the restaurant business in a variety of ways. I want to ask you, what do you like best about being a chef or a restaurant owner, and then maybe even specifically, owning your own now.
I would say the gratification you get from serving a nice meal to your patrons, and you see that the expression in their face when a lot of people are skeptical when they come in, and I could relate because I go to restaurants and the food is it's all right, but it's not there. So that feeling, when you see their face change after a great meal, and they thank you for it. So that to me is everything. That's the reason I'm in this business.
I would think that does sound incredibly fulfilling to see that reaction, that reward from your customers. I know when I was here, I saw several people come through, and obviously you had regulars, you had some new people. The reaction was very typical. I know I had that feeling. I'm going to encourage you. You definitely want to try it. The great things on the menu, some great flavors and tastes. Jose, welcome to Palos Park, and wish you the best. 1-year anniversary, and hopefully there's a whole bunch more coming after it.
Hopefully. Thank you. Have a great day.
I'm Dave Wurzel, and you've been watching Meet the Merchant. Meet the Merchant has been tried and true eatery in Palos Park at the corner of Southwest Highway and Route 83. Thank you for watching, and good eating.